Welcome to the RedFlex. Manchester United 1, West Brom 1. There's been a lot of talk about title race, fake title race. Today, it's over. It's a St. Valentine's Day massacre at the Hawthorns. Manchester United have bottled it once again. Abdul, Harris, how and why has this happened?
They didn't deserve it, did they? Nothing that I saw that, if anything, it was West Brom. Last 15 minutes, who deserved to win the game. Just an absolutely nothing performance. Walked through the first half. Didn't do anything. Didn't have that drive. Some of it was personnel reasons. For me, Fred, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it time and time.
What has Fred got to do with this? Fred had nothing to do with this before. No.
He didn't. No, listen, guy, you got to hear me out. He didn't do anything going forward. He was there again. Solskjaer loves this two holding plays against an absolute rubbish team. Why he wants to play two sitting, I will never understand. He didn't offer anything going forward. He kept on giving the ball away.
He was playing in the defensive midfielder role.
Fine, kept on giving the ball away. If you don't want to criticise him for not giving anything going forward, well, McTominay at least was trying. He was driving forward. He wanted to take advanced positions. Fair enough. One of them had to sit, but I didn't see anything from Fred. I don't know why Fred was in the team. For me, I'd rather have Matic. Matic could have done that job, a bit more presence physically in the air, and he's a better passer of the ball. Again, an absolutely shocking decision to play Fred. But obviously that wasn't the reason why we lost the game today. We didn't show enough. Wasn't enough quality on the ball, enough imagination. It's absolute rubbish. As I said it before, after a few weeks ago, United will not finish second. I'm going to say it again. Manchester United will not finish second in the Premier League. Man United will be in a dogfight for the top four, and they'll be very, very lucky to get third.
I think before the game started, for me personally, I wanted Eric Bailly to start. I could see it already that Lindelof was going to get bullied.
But was he fit?
But you knew that Lindelof was going to get bullied, and instead of me saying Lindelof is not good enough, which he isn't, the blame has to go for Ollie for that one, because if we know that Lindelof is going to get bullied, why does he not know?
I know, Cassio, you think Fred's got nothing to do with it. I'm going to tend to agree with what Harris is saying here. I think, there's nothing against Fred, but I think in this game, we didn't need him to play. I know you're saying he's playing the defensive role.
So you want both of them to go up front? So you didn't want anyone in the defensive midfielder role?
No. What I would have had is Scott McTominay as a defensive midfielder. Against West Brom, you do not need to have anyone. You don't need that when he plays back. And that first half, you watch that game, Harry Maguire was playing as a left winger, which means there's only literally one player at the back. All the two wing backs are playing as wingers. Only have Victor Lindelof at the back. That's it. So you actually didn't need to have Fred there. Fred wasn't required. Fred's not going to do anything with the ball. So I would have just had Scott McTominay making runs from deep against West Brom. If we needed to change it and they were going to go all out attack, which they were never going to do that, we could have made some changes to go defensive if we were winning. But that was never going to happen anyway. Two defensive midfielders, West Brom, not required. But this is what I did say in the pre-match. It was going to happen, and this is the result of what's happening. We didn't have enough imagination in the middle of the park, and that's for me where we lost it.
The first goal, why isn't anybody trying to get out to him? You know that West Brom, they're not going to play through the park, they're not going to do total football, they're going to get out to the wings and they're going to cross it in. Where was everyone? Why was Luke Shaw near the centre backs?
Shocking.
It was first minute, wasn't it? Obviously, they got caught out on that side, but again, that ball had to be good, which it was. But if you were watching the replay, Lindelof was ahead of the play. There was no way Dino, whatever he's called, should have got that header in. He got absolutely bullied, got absolutely mullered.
I think it was a foul, Harry. I still think that was a foul.
No, you got to be stronger. Surely.
That guy, he put his arm over his face. What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to head the ball? Impossible to head the ball.
No.
You can't physically move your head. Someone's doing that to you.
I was watching a video of the old United, and Vidic and Ferdinand was there. I can guarantee you right now, Vidic would not have allowed that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. But in this kind of modern day that we're in, that's a foul in my book, 100%. If you're holding someone's head and stopping from moving the head, it's a foul. I think it's a foul anyway.
I don't know. First half, again, just like all the other away games, Man United didn't turn up. Why did they not turn up? And obviously, eventually, we're not going to be able to come back all the time, and it's cost us this time. But yet again, lethargic, no energy, no nothing, no imagination. Why does this keep happening? I don't understand. Are we telling them to do it? Surely not. I know that's for sure. But we just keep on doing it again and again and again, and it's just not good enough.
Yeah, I just think it's, just, it was just lack of quality. I just thought most of it, like misplaced passing, the simple stuff. Bruno was guilty. I think he gave the ball away timeless occasion. I think the only good thing he did.
One thing we need to say, sorry guys, one thing I just need to get off my chest is Tony Martial. What is that guy about? Honestly, as soon as he went off, we looked so much more dangerous. I know you're not a fan of Greenwood or Qasim at the moment as well, but it's chalk and cheese between them two.
No, they're both as bad as each other.
No, Greenwood was good today. Greenwood was good when he came on. You can't say that.
Greenwood was dangerous. Greenwood
did more. Greenwood did more in 20 minutes. Greenwood did more in 20 minutes than Martial did in 70.
Yeah, as soon as Greenwood just had to enter the pitch, and he would have done better than Martial. It's not an achievement saying that he's done better than Martial, because Martial did nothing. Controlling the ball, you would have done more than Martial.
On that right wing for our balance, he makes a big difference, because clearly Rashford doesn't want to be there. So Greenwood has to play until we get another right winger. He has to play. Unless we're going to go back to the days where we were playing Juan Mata, that's what we want to do. But I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah. Again, I think
in terms of go on.
No, I was going to say, I think again, I think he was a bit proactive. I think he brought him in before 70 minutes, Greenwood. So I thought that was good, because normally he leaves it to like 70, 80 minutes, 75 minutes. So that was good. But obviously the change to bring Donny, that was too late. That was way too late.
It was early for Solskjaer's standards. That was an early substitution.
That's what I mean. I mean, he knew it was 1-1 when the game was drifting 65 minutes, wasn't it? Why leave it? I think Donny came on. Was it the 70 minutes?
He came on about. No, it was a bit later than that. I think it was
75.
75. Yeah,
maybe 75. So that substitution should have been made at the same time as the Martial one. There was 10 minutes of absolutely no reason for Fred to be in the pitch. We needed a goal. Obviously, I know he's wary of the counter attack, but that's going to happen. You've got one holding midfield in Scott McTominay. Why do you need two? Yes, at the end of the game, we probably should have lost that game, because they had a great chance with them Maitland-Niles across. He fluffed. Deeney had another chance when the cross came in. And yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's not a 2 points drop for me. This is a point gained.
No, it can't be a point gained.
No, come on. No.
It is. Are you telling me?
Point gained,
no chance. 2-3 chances at the end. No, it is. It's point gain, because we should have got nothing from this game. Absolutely nothing.
No.
How can you sit there and tell me that they should not have scored in the last 10 minutes? How can you say that?
We had chances as well. We had chances as well. It wasn't just West Brom had 2 chances at the end.
Harry Maguire had.
They cleared it off the line. We cleared it off the line. The goalkeeper saved it from Maguire. They were camped in their own half. You can't say we earned a point. No. I can't agree with that.
They had the better opportunities. Sorry, but they did.
If we try and go back a little bit, Fernandes probably, again, not his best performance, but oh my, what a goal. A beautiful, beautiful goal, Fernandes. Almost went behind him, and he just absolutely smashed it into the top corner. Beautiful goal.
Great goal, absolutely. But me and Harris, we're actually talking during the match, and I think me especially, I don't know what Harris was, whether or not he totally agrees with what I was saying. He was pretty bad, I have to say. Up until he scored that goal, he kept losing the ball. He couldn't even pass the ball 5 yards. He kept on miscontrolling. But then this is what Fernandes does. He's got these moments in him of absolute magic. And yeah, it was a magical goal. The ball was behind him on his wrong foot. Absolutely amazing finish.
in the second half, there's not many chances do come to mind. Pretty flat, I would say, in the second half. Probably flat overall.
As we said, yeah, I think it was only when Greenwood came on. Again, the point we're making about how Martial, that change we made at half time. As soon as Greenwood came on, stuff started to happen. Obviously, he created that chance. It was a tough chance for Greenwood, but one, you wouldn't have been surprised if he tucked it away because his finishing is pretty good. And then obviously the rebound that came out again. I think he did everything right. Obviously, put it in the corner where the gap was, but obviously, yeah, it got played off the line. But apart from that, I don't think they created anything, United, of any note. Obviously, West Brom, as I just said before, had those few chances. So for me, it's just disappointing again. It's like these. I said it in the pre-match that everybody else has got tough games. Everybody else, City, don't have an easy game. Leicester, Liverpool, they've all got tough games over the next couple of weeks, and we had West Brom away, Newcastle at home. Absolute minimum is to get the 6 points, and then you play Chelsea and City, and then you just see what happens. But it's absolutely gone. I mean, title's long gone. I mean, I said it before, but now it's about can we finish second? At the minute, can't see it. Just can't see it happening.
I think we're all in agreement that today's result is simply not good enough. But Abdul, if you could pinpoint one reason why this game didn't go the way that we wanted it, who are you going to pin it on?
You want me to actually say the name of a player?
Whoever, manager, coach, pundit, Harris, whoever.
Other than Harris, let me think of someone. Tough one. I think there's a lot of people to blame here. I'm gonna go for two. I think one's too difficult. I think Rashford and Martial, they were poor. And this is the problem. Like I said in the pre-match, Edison Cavani's not getting the service he needs for him to play his best football. No one's crossing into the box. I know it's against West Brom, who were decent in the air, but if you put in a good cross, that guy's going to create some chances. And we're not playing to his strengths at all. And that's mainly down to our wingers who don't want to cross the ball and always want to do that kind of sideways pass and always want to do an extra touch. First time crosses, I think, are the past at United, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's in the textbook anymore at Old Trafford. Harris, who's at fault? Why did United not win this game?
You could blame Oli, couldn't you? I thought he got his team selection wrong. I would have, if you wanted to play too defensive, had to be Matic for me. It made no sense to play Fred. Greenwood again, I thought he's in decent form. I would have stuck with Greenwood. Again, I don't see why he played Martial.
I'll remind you, Harris, Greenwood has 1 goal in 18 Premier League games.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think that's important.
It has to be important. That's the most important thing. That's the most important.
He's actually just about got back into form though. Like at the Everton game, and now you can see there's a difference in the way he's playing.
Yeah, he's coming back in form. See that he's creating something, he's making things happen.
We're clutching at straws here, I think.
No, I don't think so.
I think he looks decent. Surely he has to score goals. That's what he's in there for. He's not here to make a pass or through balls.
He will now. Against that game against Everton was good.
Qasim, put it this way: he's got more chance of scoring than Anthony Martial has, and that's a fact. Out of the two, if you have to say who's
I don't really think that means anything because Anthony Martial, you could put him in front of the net from 1 yard, and I wouldn't expect him to score. So it's not really the best comparison.
But we have no options, Qasim. Who else do we have?
Who else is there?
We have to.
No, that's the problem. There's a lot of people, especially last season, Holy Trinity, front three this, front three that. You look at them individually, they're poor. They shouldn't even be in the starting lineup. At best,
Martial
they should be impact players.
I think me and Ars were talking. Martial needs to go. I think you also believe that, Qasim. I think
he's not good enough.
His time's up. Anyone else, I think, with Rashford, I think, he's very inconsistent, but he's someone who can stay. But Martial has to go now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Rashford, you have to remember he's playing on the right. And for me, you should never.
He's moving about too much, probably.
Yeah, why are you playing someone who's not comfortable there? He's not going to where you're not going to get the most output. And then you have people coming on saying, "Oh yeah, he's not playing as well. He's this and that." Well, obviously, if you get stuck on the right hand side, he doesn't play well. Then you start to lose a bit of confidence, don't you? If you don't make an assist or a goal or whatever, then it takes its toll on you because you're in the team and you always mentally think you have to score or you have to get an assist because you're a striker. But if you get flogged on the right hand side, it's not always going to happen. When the left, he's clearly more comfortable. So I don't think his loss of form and all that is completely down to him. I think a lot of it's down to Solskjaer. Keeps on sticking him on the right hand side. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just an overall poor team performance. Harry Maguire gets a lot of stick, but I thought he tried.
Deservedly, his error almost cost us a goal.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that.
Yeah. But I think
did that against Everton as well.
Yeah, but I think those type of errors where he's 1-on-1, I think it's very rare, very few and far between.
Did it against Everton?
No, that was different.
Same thing.
He was trying to play the high line. That was different.
No, he's trying to hold the ball up again. You did the same thing during the game.
I thought he had a good game.
Yeah.
He was the only one.
Apart from the error, I thought
he's error prone. He's error prone as well, and he's supposed to be our kind of premier defender. We can't.
No, the problem is it's Lindelof. He's the liability. Every time you put Lindelof next to Maguire, Maguire is a nervous wreck. When you've got Bailly next to him, Maguire looks so much better than he does. Lindelof, he's a liability. He needs to leave right now. Right now, Martial and Lindelof, they need to go. They need to leave right now.
What I didn't understand was, Bailly's on the bench. Clearly, he's fit enough to play some minutes. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been on the bench. So when you know that you're going to have to play high press, keep your defenders up because you're going to try and squeeze the play, you might get caught in the back. Why the hell was Lindelof still on the pitch? If you're taking Lindelof off after 70 minutes, 75 minutes, and brought Bailly on. Clearly, if he's on the bench, he must be fit enough to play 15 minutes. Again, it makes no sense whatsoever. Some of these, personnel changes and starting lineups from Solskjaer are absolutely baffling. They're absolutely shocking. I know then he gets criticised for being, he's not a elite manager, he's not this, he's not that, but he doesn't help himself, does it? These little things, I mean, the obvious to us, like you're squeezing the play, you want to play high line, you've got Bailly on the bench, clearly he's fit enough to play some minutes, otherwise he won't be on the bench. Take Lindelof off. Take him off and bring Bailly onto the pitch. It would have made a massive difference. Didn't happen. End up drawing the game.
I think he's too loyal to certain players, and I would include Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, the McFred partnership. He's too loyal to Martial, Rashford. So, yeah, I think Martial, he's had his chances. He's given him opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. We're getting nothing from him. Greenwood, performances have improved slightly. I know you guys probably think a little bit different, but again, up front, nothing's happening. Bruno's not firing. Abs, where does this leave us? Is it a top 4 battle until the end?
100%.
I think all roads lead to a top 4 dogfight. I can't see anything else. There's no way we're going to claim that place for second place and make it ours. It's going to go down to the wire. At this rate, the way we're playing.
Are we going to need that Europa League? Are we going to need that Europa League now?
I'd rather not focus on that. I mean, I understand we need to try and get as far as we can in case we need it. But in my opinion, what's going to happen is if we can't do it through the league, it means we don't deserve to be in the Champions League. And it means that we're going to get absolutely humiliated at some point next season in the Champions League against the big teams because we're not at the level. So, I mean, we all want to be in the Champions League, but we need to earn it by right. And only then we're going to only be able to compete, I think, in the Champions League. If we're 5th, 6th, that means we're not going to do anything in the Champions League anyway. So there's no point. I'd rather not be in it than try to win it through the Europa League, to be honest.
I think Ed Woodward and the moneymakers might have a different opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, the only reason I'd want to be in it, if we finish 6th or 7th, just say, in the league, is just the fact we've got the extra money coming in, and maybe we can actually sign someone. But who's going to sign for 6th or 7th? It's only going to be for the money, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Qasim, sorry, I just want to just say the issue you have is, I know we're saying, Europa League, but those amount of games are going to take their toll. We've got to do the round of 32, then 16, and then quarterfinal, semi-final. You cannot, in my opinion, go deep in the Europa League and fight for that top 4. It's not going to happen. Something has to give, and for me, it has to be the Europa League. He has to play his B team. He has to rest. Has to rest as many players as he can. Has to play B team because look, the only saving grace we've got in this top 4 finishes. Everybody else is absolutely shocking. Leicester drop points. Liverpool obviously have finished. Everton have gained in hand, so they could potentially now, I think, go level on points with us. I think maybe if they win the games in hand. Chelsea are looking good, so at the minute I would 100% say Chelsea are going to finish top 4. They look really good, but obviously Leicester dropping points, Liverpool out of it. Everton, we don't know what's going to happen. So, that's the only saving grace, really. That would make me think that we probably will get the top four. And it might not be, as bad as we think about that. But for me, yeah, as in Europa League this year, we have to just scrap it because I can't see us competing in that and trying to secure this top four finish. One or the other is going to have to give. If we go deep in the Europa League, it will 100% suffer in the league, and we'd end up in a massive dogfight.
Obviously, the result is very disappointing, but again, I have to ask the question, Abs, for you, was there a man of the match somewhere that we can somehow, for the fans?
I think Luke Shaw was good. Scott McTominay was all right, I guess. Other than that, no one really, in my opinion.
I'm struggling.
Harris, anyone for you?
I don't think David De Gea did anything wrong. I thought he did everything right. Made a great save as well, and no mistakes. So difficult to give it to anyone, to be honest, man of the match from Man United's point of view. But I'll give it Shaw. Luke Shaw for me.
Luke Shaw, yeah. I think he had a good game, but he wasn't as influential as he has been in previous games. But for me, I know Harry Maguire messed up towards the end, but I thought he was the only one that was actually trying to do something different.
That's going forward, though.
Yeah.
But obviously,
he was
West Brom have got 10%.
Forward. Yeah.
West Brom had, 15% possession, so it's not really going to be man of the match for his defending. It's going to be difficult because obviously we've got the ball. But
when they had the ball, in my opinion, he wasn't great. When West Brom had the ball and he had to defend, he wasn't great today, in my opinion.
Just before we wrap up today's video then, Abs, final thoughts on Valentine's Day. Any positivity for Manchester United?
I'm heartbroken. Let's start with that. Bit of a theme there. I think it's poor. I think as fans, on the show that you were on, Qasim, which was a great show, in fact. What was it called again? Soccer as we like it, right?
Yeah, Soccer as we like it.
Yeah. So on that show, I think a lot of the people on that show are not fans of Ole at all, and I think there's one person other than yourself who thought potentially we could be in some sort of scrap for the title race or even get close enough. I think it's difficult at this. The way we're playing is very difficult for us to say, you know what, we're in the mix. I think Man City are going to just go well ahead of everyone else, and we're going to be in the mix for 2, 3, and 4, basically. So that's basically where we're headed.
Harris, your thoughts on Valentine's Day? Any positivity before we go out?
I think they've broken a lot of hearts today, Manchester United, but the love is still there from the fans. Obviously, I think even the most diehard fan now has to admit that there is no title race. I think we need to concentrate more on kind of securing that top 4 place now. By trying to get the wins. It might be nice. It might be a few odd season highs. Maybe being City away might be a high, just to get us hyped up a little bit. But I think for me, all the bags are in the FA Cup now. Everything that that we're going to do is going to be all about the FA Cup.
We need a trophy, don't we? Yeah. Exactly.
So I think that's the only enjoyment we're going to get this year. Europa League, can't see it. Don't want it really. FA Cup, tough game, Leicester away. They've just been Liverpool, but we've got a good record there. So I think that's the only thing that we've got left to look forward to, unfortunately.
Just before we wrap up, just a reminder for everybody, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the RedFlex. Approaching our very first landmark. We're currently on 98 subscribers, and we would love it on Valentine's Day for you guys to mend our broken hearts and show us that support and get us to that first landmark. It would mean a lot to us, and we'll carry on giving you content and different types of content going forwards. But that's pretty much it. Manchester United have broken our hearts today, and the title race is up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back very soon. Thanks a lot.